Hi guys, it's Dr. Varun here. Now, in this video, I wanted to talk through the 9 essential signs of depression. And these are things that we would be assessing for as doctors when we talk to our patients. And by the end of the video, you'll get to know what it might be like to live one day in the life of someone who's depressed. I often think that the best way to try and explain the signs of depression are to try and compare directly a typical day of someone that doesn't have depression with someone that does have depression. So let's try and start off from the top of the day when we get up in the morning. Now, if you don't have depression, it might be that you have around about 6, 7, or maybe 8 hours sleep if you're lucky before your alarm wakes you up in the morning. But if you've got depression, you might not be quite as lucky in the sleep department. So sleep can often be quite disturbed when you have depression, which can often lead to you waking up quite a lot, or maybe you even getting up really early in the morning, which is called early morning wakening. On the other hand, depression can actually lead to the exact opposite, where you might feel excessively sleepy and you may struggle to even get up at all. But either way, whether your symptoms are causing you to get up quite frequently or causing you to sleep excessively, this is sign of depression number 1. So next, you might go downstairs and try and fix yourself some breakfast. I know that I'm hungry when I first get up in the morning, but when people are depressed, that might not be again quite as easy, as often their appetite's quite affected. Now, it might be that they fancy skipping their meals, which can eventually lead to things like weight loss due to poor appetite. Or again, it might be on the other side where they start eating quite excessively and more than they normally would, which is where comfort eating comes into play. So whether you're suffering from a poor appetite or excessive eating, again, this is sign number 2. So after you've finished your breakfast, you then might be preparing to go to work. And this is often a place where you need to have full concentration to try and achieve something positive through the day. But when you have depression, your concentration can actually be really affected, which might be due to all the negative thoughts that might be whirling through your head at that time. And if you couple this with point number 4, which is where you have a lack of energy or feeling tired all the time, then it can lead to a really frustrating day where either you're let down by your mind and the ability to concentrate on things, or you're let down by your body's ability to carry out the things that you're actually asking it to do. But either way, a lack of concentration or feeling excessively tired or having lack of energy are signs 3 and signs 4. Now, let's say that you finish work and you get a call from your friends to hang out a little bit. So hanging out with your friends should be quite fun and your behavior should be quite relaxed and quite free. But when you have depression, actually it can start affecting the way you behave. Now, in some cases with depression, it can actually lead to a change in the way you speak or the way you move, and it can make that happen really slowly. Or again, it can go to the other side, whereby actually it makes you really fidgety and moving all the time. So if you're either moving so slowly or speaking slowly that other people notice, or you become really fidgety, this could be sign of depression number 5. So let's say now that we're still hanging around with our friends and we're doing something quite fun, like having a drink or going to play football or maybe going to watch a film. But if you have depression, it can be that it puts you in a place where you can't even enjoy the things that used to give you pleasure. And if you stop and have a little think about that, imagine if you're going through a bit of a rough time. Sometimes you can go and do things that will just temporarily make you escape from that. But with depression, that escape isn't there, not even temporarily. And that's something that we call anhedonia. And that's point number 6. So now it might be that you've said goodbye to your friends and then you go home and have a little chat with your family. Now, it might be that you ask them about how their day's been and then they would ask you about how your day's been. But if you've got depression, you might reflect back and actually think that not just that one day, but actually for a long period of time now, they've actually been feeling quite down and quite flat and quite hopeless maybe for a long period of time, which is point number 7. Things can then go a little stage further actually. And when you start reflecting like that, you can often feel quite guilty about even feeling that way. And that can lead to you feeling like you're letting yourself down or even letting your family down. And that feeling of either letting yourself down or letting your family down is point number 8. And then we come back around full circle to the end of the day where we try and go back to sleep. So hopefully all of that has given you some insight into what it might be like to live one day in the life of someone that's depressed. Now, I've singled out the most important one for the end, which is sign number 9, which is suicidal ideation, or that thought about harming yourself or ending your own life. Now, I just want you to have a little think maybe about your current circumstances of your life. So that's maybe your family, your friend setup, your work, and just have a think about what things might need to occur to put you in a place where you feel like that ending your own life is actually better than continuing to live. But this is actually something that people with depression might live with on a daily basis. So I just wanted to leave that as food for thought for you. Now, if you at all are watching this video and you feel like harming yourself or ending your own life, then please make sure that you contact your doctor or go to your hospital as soon as possible. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's helped you understand the signs of depression a little bit more. As always, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can watch more videos about anything to do with well-being. Leave me some likes, please, for this video. Give me a big thumbs up and leave some comments down below about this video. Please leave me your experiences about your depression as well and give me more topics that you want me to cover in future videos. And until then, I will see you soon.